I've worked in the outdoor industry for a while as a product developer, a designer and a manager. How cool would it be? We've just made a jacket from a tent. I'd like to point out I am not a social media person.
Well, your social media would say different.
This has been
You've
an
had
accident.
a few viral videos, Lauren.
It's been a tough year losing my job. And my brother said, come over and stay with me, we'll have a really good time. My brother logged in on his phone and Lauren, TikTok's gone absolutely
viral.
wild. I
Wow.
went, what do you mean? I think we had 2 million
Wow.
views in at first 24 hours. I went, what do I do? Where's fashion trending? Crocs.
No, Lauren,
I hate
get
them
out of this
so
pub.
much.
You're barred. Hey, I'll give it.
This is a problem that for me could get solved straight away. I would die happy.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Pub Chats, the show where we invite guests on to talk all things business, Sheffield, and just having a good old chat down at the pub. I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone that's watched and listened to episode 1 with Granny's Football Store. The feedback that we've had has been brilliant and our social media following and engagement has gone up and up and up. So thank you so much for that. So our guest for episode 2 was recommended by last week's guest, Granny's Football Store. So I went down to go and see her at a unit in Sheffield. She's a founder of a clothing brand that do things a bit different. So it's Lauren from Retribe Clothing. Hello, Lauren.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No problem. Again, I'm a bit nervous again, but you slowly make me feel calm.
Number 2.
Episode number 2.
Yeah.
So, look, I want to get into it. I'm guessing you are a festival goer.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as much as I can now with 2 kids.
Yeah, well,
But
true,
we
yeah.
do kids festivals too.
Yeah.
Still.
There's loads of them actually now.
There is a lot, yeah.
I love a festival, and I know obviously the main thing of your business is tents.
Yeah. Me.
I would never leave my tent at a festival
No.
or anything really.
God.
1, because it's
I'm obsidian.
Yeah. 1 for morals, and 2, they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just tell us a bit about Retribe Clothing as a brand and, the link to festivals and tents.
I've worked in the outdoor industry for a while as a product developer, a designer and a manager. And that's sort of what I did at uni, so product development and design. And so for the last 17 years, I've been with outdoor companies, but it's been difficult. There's been redundancies. And in 2023, I was made redundant from a job that I absolutely loved. And they did things quite differently, and I really enjoy it, but it's just the industry at the moment. So in June, I got made redundant, and I just couldn't face going back to a normal job. And I've got all this experience. I thought, you know what, for once, I need to have a go at something myself. So I went freelance for a bit, so did freelance design and product development. And then me and a friend were talking, and we'd seen some scenes at a festival at the end of June. I won't name and shame festivals, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Because it's not fair.
Right.
They are trying to do better things, I promise. Once I've stopped nagging. So I'd seen this and I was like, we can design waterproof jackets. That's my bread and butter. Waterproof jackets, ski jackets, outdoor clothing. That's our bread and butter. I said, how cool would it be? We've just made a jacket from a tent. So my mum sews, and then my friend sewed as well. I'm sort of like the designer, the developer, so working out how things are constructed and getting things together.
Yeah.
So let's go to a festival after it's finished, and let's go pick up a tent, like one tent, I thought. And I didn't have a job, so I thought, yeah, why not? So I signed up to do it just through a really easy thing like Eventbrite. So you could go salvaging after festivals, and that's what it's called, salvaging.
Right.
And that's where you help clear up. Charities do it. Not a lot of people do it, to be honest. It's mega understaffed. I mean, it's a dirty job, to be honest. It's not,
Yeah, I can
not
imagine.
glamorous.
I mean, some of the things that happen at festivals and all, you can imagine.
Not glamorous.
Do you, just quickly on, sorry, but you said you sign up to the Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Does that, so when you're salvaging, does that mean you are allowed to take what you want?
Yeah, so Eventbrite is basically a lot of health and safety around collecting tents. Obviously, you're going onto a live ground where people are unpacking and packing tents up, hopefully. So, yeah, you just sign up through whichever festival you wanted to salvage at, and they normally have a sustainable team with links to sign up, and you put your details in. It's usually businesses and charities that do it, but there are some individuals as well. We decided to go to a festival at the end of August, and it was a Monday. We donned our overalls and high vis and goggles and gloves, and I really didn't know what to expect at all. I've been to festivals. I take my stuff home because, like you said, I can't afford another tent.
No.
So I didn't really I didn't really have a clue how bad it'd be. I saw it on TV. There were a few. I thought, oh, right. And then we got there and it had been raining all weekend, like awful weather. And there were about 20 people. Again, I was a bit shocked that there weren't as many, so then I thought it won't be as bad. But at the entrance, while we're waiting to do either more health and safety, there's like shoes everywhere, like stuck in the mud. Like the mud is deep. And boots. Like these people have just evaporated into thin air. Like, that's odd. Anyway, whilst I'm there, I'm like filming. I'd like to point out I am not a social media person. I'm not a marketeer.
Well, your social media would say different.
This has been
You've
an
had
accident.
a few viral videos, Laura.
But it's been an accident, definitely. I think it's my Yorkshire tone and it's the state of festivals that
People
sell
do
it.
love a Yorkshire accent. I wish I had one in a way. Well, no, actually, I love my Leicester accent. Anyway.
So they love seeing the site, which I did not know. So I'm just filming bits and me and my friend being a bit silly, like waiting to go in and putting his overalls, donning his health and safety and stuff. And then basically you can drive through the site in your own car. And I've got my husband's old Ford Focus estate because I'm thinking I'm just going to get a couple and it's dirty. I don't matter making his car dirty. And we're going through site and I'm not kidding. It's like hills and ditches and I'm like crashing car all over the place. And I felt like I'm driving a monster truck. There's like mud splattering everywhere. And I'm like, what are we getting ourselves into here? I have a habit of just saying yes to and ending up in certain situations. That's sort of my life of accidents. So I'm like, I have a moment thinking, what am I doing? I used to have like a pretty important job and now I'm smashing it around in a field. Like, I'm a serious person. I've got children at home and what am I doing? And we get into the main site, into the gold campsite, which the ones that they allowed us in. And I'm not kidding. It like took my breath away. It were like the festival was still happening. There were no green space.
If you do go over to Retribe Clothing's Instagram, you'll see
it.
there's a couple of videos that I've seen.
Yeah, it's apocalyptic.
Yeah, but if you see it, it does look like the festival's just started. To be honest, there's definitely more tents there than. Do you know what I mean? Hardly anyone's took any tents, basically. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and 80% of tents were left that first year.
Wow,
Anyway.
80%?
80%.
Wow.
Yeah, and that is...
I mean, that's tens of thousands of
so
pounds as well.
250 people go to the site for the festival, 70,000 people camp. So if you think 80% of those 70,000 left their tents.
Wow.
But, and I'm not in defence of this because I do not agree with littering, landfill, anything like that. The actual site was a mudslide. Like I said, my car was slipping and sliding everywhere. And one comment that people have at these festivals is there's just not enough infrastructure to get back.
Yeah, so they're saying, well, I've not took it because I don't want to break my ankle or whatever, wheeling it back.
Yeah, but I mean, you got it there with your booze.
Yeah.
Let's take it back. So I ain't got any like, I don't feel bad for him.
No.
I sort of understand that there is things that festival could put in place so this doesn't happen to sort of say, well, we did all this.
Yeah.
Now what's your excuse?
Do you know, I know you said it started in 2023, Retribe. So, you know when you went, this first festival you went to, Retribe was already a thing or not?
No, only a thing in my head.
Right, so you had the name, the brand sort of whatever,
Yeah.
and you thought, I'm going to start, right, okay. So
Yeah.
then you went to the festival.
We didn't think we thought we'd just make a jacket and we'd put a label on it and that'd be quite nice and it'd show our abilities as designers and developers
Yeah.
to sew and make samples basically. So when we went there, like I said, speechless. I didn't really know where to start. The mud was really bad. A lot of tents were broken because of the weather as well. Like I said, the infrastructure were bad. There were no really like bins and things like that. Like every tent, I just had like one black bin.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing, is it? That's token. So we just started clearing and I was going to take one. I think we ended up getting 50 tents that day with sleeping bags. Like some sleeping bags weren't even out of the bag. We know they don't sleep much at festivals, but they had all intentions of sleeping.
And not even got them out?
No, there's like labels on stuff.
Wow.
The amount of airbeds is scary because I can't really do much with airbeds because it's a rubber material.
Right.
Just left. And like that won't go through my machine. So that weighed on me a bit because there's some things that I couldn't take. Like they're an airport trolley in like the depths of it. I'm like, how has that got here? like I don't understand.
You see loads of random things at festivals.
So random.
They're all random. So how do you... So you collect your tents. How many did you get on the first trip?
First trip, we got about 50.
50? Wow.
Yeah.
What, into the back of a car?
It was vile, honestly, the car.
Yeah, I bet it stunk.
Honestly, I was caked in mud. So thankful for overalls. I've never not worn overalls. They're now my staple. Some people called us Ghostbusters and laughed at us, but we got them off tents. And it was, and the car wheels had caked up mud. And like when I got home, I opened my husband's boot. We were just furious.
So you brought him back to Sheffield. And did you have, because I know you're at Steamworks.
Yeah.
You had that unit then?
Well, we're at another place actually. A friend gave us a factory pretty much for free for 3 months. Like I said, I've been in this industry a long time. I've met a lot of lovely people. So a lot of people were really like supportive of me going on doing something on my own.
Yeah, that's good.
It were really nice. So
I think that's
wanted
very
to help.
I think Sheffield has that sort of
Very
independent
Sheffield, yeah. They want it
support.
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got given a factory for the first 3 months, and it were really good because obviously we didn't have any rent to pay. But then I was really conscious about taking this dirty tent, so I did it all at home. So basically, I unravelled it all and I took tents to bits and I put them in like washing machines, strung them up on my garden to dry.
Yeah. The neighbours thought you were going mental.
I looked mad. Yeah, and like took them all to bits for workable pieces. So the first batch of 50 tents, I broke it down then and there.
Yeah.
So we took the ground sheets off, we took the top off, we took the mesh out, we took all trims off. We got piles of lovely stuff. And that took weeks to do and to clean. And then we got it all to usable material.
And what was your first... Did you have a range of products or was it just a coat at first?
Jacket was the first idea. And then
I'm guessing because you had 50 tents, you were going to be making lots of these jackets.
Well, no, I never thought... before, I thought, I'm not going to be doing in scale. I thought it was going to be something working in a nice little studio in Sheffield.
Yeah.
It'd be really lovely. So when I came back with the tents, I posted those bits that I'd seen at the festival on TikTok. And like I said, I'm not a social media expert. No, I definitely wasn't then. But then, because I was going through a pretty much midlife crisis after losing my job and not knowing what to do, and didn't know really what Retribe was about, when we did that work, I then went to see my brother in New York, just on my own, just for like 4 days as a little break, because it had been a tough year.
Great New York.
Yeah, love it. So it'd been a tough year, losing my job and everything. It was really stressful. So my brother said, come over and stay with me, we'll have a really good time. And so I got on a flight and got back to my brother, and then we went straight out. But I didn't put my phone on for about 24 hours. Turned my phone on, and it just like wouldn't work. It was like buzzing too much. And so like, my brother, I don't know what's going on here. And my brother like logged in on his phone, and he was like, Lauren, like TikTok's gone absolutely wild. I went, what do you mean? He went, I think we had like 2 million views in first like 24 hours. I went, what do I do? Like, I didn't know what to do. Couldn't get on my phone.
Did you have that feeling of, I've done it before, did you have that feeling of excitement? Like, wow, this is, oh, would you not?
Like, what have I done? I was like, why? Yeah. And then it was like, I've put my face everywhere as well. And that was scary. But everybody was just so appalled by what they'd seen. Most people were very nice about it. Some people were quite funny.
That's social media. I mean, even you've done an amazing thing and a really cool, interesting thing. People still moan about it.
They'll go, how big are her glasses?
Yeah, you just think, fuck off, Yeah. Well, that's why we live in.
So I think that was funny though. So yeah, it just kicked off, and then like I had a few days with my brother, and like we were both like chatting about it, and you're like, you've got a brand here, Lauren. Like, what are you gonna do? But
you had no web, so at the time you obviously didn't have any products. So,
no.
So you had people messaging on commenting saying, "What can I get one?"
Yeah. So this must have been like beginning of September, and then when I got back from New York, I was like, right, I think we've got a business. So me and my friend, we'd worked together before, and we knew how to launch a brand. My friend's got great graphic design skills as well, so he did all the branding. Got the website up and running. Like, what's going to be his first product? It can't be a jacket. It'll take us months. It's jackets. You have to get fit right. You have to do a lot of patterns.
And if you're going to get a load of orders from
and I'm like, we can't stop this momentum. So we did the bottle bag. We ended up launching it end of October, and then and ideas just kept coming. By then, some are not good ideas, some mental ideas. But we sampled it and thought, will it work? Probably won't. And then we sort of thought, it needs to be something affordable as well, because sustainable stuff very rarely affordable. You get the green price tag, don't you?
Yeah.
But I didn't want that. Like, the idea was to reduce what was going to go to landfill.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, how amazing is all this material that I've just got for free? Like, every tent's got like 3 meters. Some have got 10 meters if they're massive. That's free material, but it would have just gone to landfill. So if you think 50 tents that we saved, that would have been almost 500 meters of material in landfill, plus more, plus trims, plus poles. So I'm thinking, actually, if we do make smaller products that are quick to make, maybe we can sort of do this en masse. So by the end of October, my brain had gone wild, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a full factory. So I hired seamstresses, I hired another designer. I got a small business loan out of 10 grand. But then I also worked freelance to fund it as well. My husband's wage had come in and fund it as well. And my friend who were doing it as well, we all put us money in to keep it ticking. So yeah, by about the end of November then, we had about 4 products that were generating some good sales. More videos that I put on kept doing really well, like hundreds of thousands of people seeing it. His website looked really good because, I mean, it just flowed really well.
I've been looking at it. The whole brand looks lovely.
Yeah,
it really
just came together really well.
How did you, so obviously I know you got the experience from your background working in Go Outdoors, etc. But the people that how do they take a piece of tent and go, I'm going to make a lunchbox or a...
Yeah, so the first...
Because when I came to your thing, I mean, they're lovely.
Thank you.
Like they look like, like something you buy from Blacks or something,
Yeah. Well, it should be better because it's made in the UK and it's made from waste. So this is lunch bag. This is our most popular product. We sell it for £28. And basically, what you start with is a cardboard pattern piece. So that comprises of each panel flat, and each panel then goes together to make a 3D product. So you cut it all out of fabric, and then you need some very skilled seamstress sews it together.
Yeah, it's cool.
With all the trims. And we try to keep the bits of like interest like from the tents as well.
It just a bit character, doesn't it? Like, they still got the strap, the little pocket.
Yeah.
The front. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's
so
lovely.
what were big for me is when you're producing clothes as a manufacturer, what you do is you get all your fabric, you roll your brand new fabric out, it's pristine, it's so flat and beautiful. And then you lay your pattern pieces on and you do something called a lay plan, which means you get the best usage out of that fabric you can by making sure the fabric's in the right angle, or it's in the right way, it's really nice and straight and smooth. But there's a lot of wastage because obviously when you're making a jacket, you've got curved seams, things like that. So you do have a lot of waste. And producing new material, it's a lot on environment. It's time consuming, it's expensive, and virgin material is newness again when we've got a lot of it in abundance that we could reuse. So my idea is that we need to try and use every scrap of this tent possible. So when I was, my mum were doing the patterns, and she was doing some cutting out for me, and she still does. And my mum is a trained, pattern. She's done like fashion design. She can make beautiful dresses, like out of beautiful fabric. So me telling my mum to lay pattern pieces on this old tent and not care if she's going over seams or zips or toggles blew her mind. She was like, "You are not going to sell this. This looks mad. There's a seam going diagonally through it." She went, "People won't get it because it doesn't look uniform." And I went, "I know. And I think that's what I like about it."
Yeah.
And every time, still now, she'll cut stuff out. She went, "Do you want me to keep this seam in?" Yes. Like 3 years later, "Do you want me to do this?" I'm like, "No, cut it all up. Just like dice it up best you can." And it's a really foreign thing to a pattern maker, that is just putting your pattern as best you can and use absolutely everything, because they like to have the perfect lay plan. Whereas this is not perfect. It's reused, it's repurposed. It's not new fabric.
Right, we're going to do a bit of rapid fire.
Go.
We did it with Tom.
Yeah.
And we got some nice answers out of it.
All right.
They're just sort of nice and sweet. Short, rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
So, first one. One habit people should quit immediately.
Using things once and getting rid of them.
I thought you were going to say something along them lines.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I had to really. Just got smoking for no reason, completely off brand.
Say, what's your favourite thing about sort of South Yorkshire, Sheffield?
It's the people. Like, the amount of support we get as a company or as an individual, as a freelancer or anything like that. Yeah, it's quite a creative city. It's a green city.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
That's why we sort of started the podcast.
Yeah,
It's very creative.
it is.
Best advice you've ever received?
Best advice. People give you a lot of unwanted advice when you're starting a company. A lot. I'm trying to filter through that. I think it is that you are replaceable at work, but you're not at home.
Very nice.
Yeah,
that's good.
And especially since I've lost my job through redundancies several times, and every job I go to, I put my absolute heart and soul in it, and then I get screwed up, thrown away. It's really hard to come back from that.
Get back up.
And actually, over the last maybe 3 or 4 years, understanding that can change. That's out of your control, like work, your corporate life. So don't give your whole to it. That you whole should be staying at home and with friends and family.
Night in or night out?
Look, I'm always a night out person, all the time. Sometimes I'm not allowed to do that all the time anymore. But yes, it's always a night out for me.
Good. Your biggest pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Temu, Shein, that sort of stuff. Poorly made clothes, and I don't care how cheap it is. I don't want to see it.
Day festival or camping festival?
Okay, surprisingly, I hate camping. I absolutely hate it. But I am forced. My life is forced to camp. My kids love it. My life's been in the outdoor industry, and they do like lots of like team building, camping all the time. I'm not an easy sleeper either, so I never sleep when I'm camping. However, I also like the festival atmosphere for a full weekend. So although I don't like the actual sleeping aspect when you're camping, the actual days are great.
Yeah, the atmosphere is different, isn't it? I'm with you on that. I mean, I love camping, so...
Yeah.
Worst fashion trend ever?
Worst fashion trend? Crocs. I hate them.
No, Lauren.
I hate them so much.
You're bored.
All my friends have them. And there's a point in your life, have you reached it already? You'll go, God, these are comfy, but they're horrible.
No, I think that I got, in about 2008, my mum got me my first pair. No. When they weren't cool then. I'm not saying they are cool now, but they have become a little bit cooler. More people are wearing them. So then about 2 years ago, I got another pair, and I thought, they're just great. Putting the bins out, nip into the shop.
That's it, and then you end up going out a bit further in them, and then a bit further.
I've never...
Then you're on a night out.
No, I wouldn't. So I'm just getting over the Crocs thing you said earlier, to be honest.
Anything to put people on.
So back on a bit of Retribe. So obviously you started by going to this one festival. I mean, how many festivals do you go to at the summer now then?
I have to be really careful because I am one person. I do have help from my husband and from friends and family. But so far we've salvaged 600 tents. And I can't really quantify how many products that's made. And I've still got probably about 100 tents in storage. And
how many of these can you make out of one, say a standard 4-man tent?
I'm so glad you asked that. That wasn't even prompted. Because somebody asked me the other day and I had to work it out. So this is actually a 2 to 3 person tent, this purple and green one. And I can make about 7 or 8 lunch bags out of them.
Okay. Right.
But like if I've got like an 8-manner, then I can make 20, 25 lunch bags. Bottle bags, the smaller ones, I can make like double.
Yeah.
So
they're cool. I like them.
Yeah, they're nice, simple. Use different materials again.
And what I love about them as well, because tents are always got sort of wacky, colourful designs anyway.
Yeah.
So they're sort of just...
Some have. Gosh, a lot are just blue.
Oh, right.
Drives me insane. I've got so much blue.
I've got mine's a bit like that.
I have to like mix it up. So if I've got a massive, normally like a 10-person, 8-person blue tent, I have to fold like different colours in with it. So yeah, I can't go to too many anymore because I ain't got the storage. And also, not just festivals, I get people donating that have tents at end of life that might be broken, that can't be repaired. So our aim is to encourage other people to do it. So there's not just me that does tents, make stuff out of tents, thankfully. There is so much to go at. I would love more companies to start doing what I'm doing. Because I think over the last couple of years, it's been that my vision is that I want to see this en masse. I want people just to be making out of material that would have gone to landfill as a start, really. Because we've got so much. Like, there's enough clothing on this planet to clothe 6 generations of people without making one single new item of clothing. And that goes the same for sort of home furnishings. It goes the same for tents. There's too much. We've got too much. We should start using from that what we've already got. So I'd love more people to do it.
How do festivals moving forward fix this problem?
So Glastonbury's done a really good job. So for the last 12 years, Glastonbury have put in place. They work with Greenpeace, and Greenpeace do a big sweep of the place and sort of go around going, make sure you've tidied that up, and they're quite strict about it. And then they've changed. So Glastonbury used to have the same problem, but now it's much, much better, and they only get 1% of tents left over from the work that they've done. And that is bigger bins, skips everywhere. It's donation services, it's repair services, it's having a really big organisation behind it like Greenpeace, reminding people that this is someone's farm, don't leave your stuff. Yeah. It's that simple. And they've done a really good job, and they've put a lot of time and effort into infrastructure of it as well. So there's really clear things, and I think quite easy things to put in place to stop it happening. And I always ask this question on social, so customers love it. And everyone's got ideas, and none of them are bad. Fine people, put barcodes on people, on tents, sorry, not on people. Check tents in and out. Yeah, do that too. Check tents in and out. So if you took one in, you've got to take one out.
Yeah, in my head then when you said it, I was thinking bringing this tent in, it's got to leave that back out. Yeah. Unless it's been.
Like I had a barbaric idea one festival when I was just really annoyed. Like I go through these emotions whilst I'm clearing up festivals. First is anger and annoyance, and then the rest of it's just a bit sad and like completely hopeless. And in my anger and annoyance stage at one of the festivals last year, I'm like, you know what? We should just put people in pens, lock them pens, and until the area's clean, they're not going home. I think that's against people's human rights. And I was just so angry about it because
you're treating them like the animals that are normally on that farm.
And like there were no need for these tents to be like, because it had been a really sunny weekend, the actual ground was fine, and yet there was still like 40 to 50% tents left over. Wow. And that just annoyed me.
I mean, when I came to your unit last week, you've got enough to go out for a long time.
Like I shouldn't need to do it. I'm trying to solve a problem, but if that problem was solved, Retribe would still be going. We'd still have other channels for waste. Like this is a problem that for me could get solved straight away, and I would die happy.
And are there any other companies doing this?
Yeah, so we've got a few people, some individuals around Sheffield that do it, and we've got people that do upcycling from tents, backpacks, outdoor clothing. So they've got crack packs do it, and we've got dirt bags made by Scavenger in Sheffield as well. Awesome. And then loads of individuals do it.
And is there anything that makes your products or the way you do it differently to them, or is it all?
No, like we've got different products. Small accessories are popular because, like I said, it's easy to do as easy as it can be, out of a tent as well. When you cut in bigger pieces like jackets and stuff, that's when it becomes really complicated. And
these you can sell at a decent price.
Yeah, I'll say if I'm going to make a jacket in UK, it's going to be over £100 straight away. And the problem is people haven't really got that money straight away. I want it to be affordable and available to everybody. So that's why we keep it small.
And are there any products that you want to do that they're not currently?
Oh, well.
Is there anything bonkers that you've not done that you think, I want to do that?
There's a lot I want to do. We did a really cool, and I loved it, and I do get why it didn't sell. So it was like a dry robe, so a tent on outside, and then this fluffy dead stock fleece that I had on inside. And it took about 2.5 hours to make. So I had to sell that at about £80 to £90. But it looked amazing, it with this striped material. And I only sold like 3, but I make to order, so I didn't have any stock left over. But I just thought, because dry robes are popular, I tried to
they are, aren't they?
I tried to get on back of a bit of a fashion thing, which is not really us either. So I didn't know if it were it wasn't on brand, but also people were wanting to buy the branded dry robes and not one from me.
You walk through Haversige.
Yeah.
Every person's got a dry robe. Right then, part of the show where we do a little game. So it's called Flip the Beer Mat.
Yeah.
Right, self-explanatory. You've all seen it. People in
Yes.
pubs doing that.
Yeah.
So Tom did it last week and he got 3.
Yeah.
So you get 3 attempts to basically, you can do as many as you want. If you want to do that many, if you want to do 1, 2, then 3, up to you. Flip them, catch. I will show you an example. I'm not very good at it though.
Okay.
But,
So it don't have to be high?
No, you can do it as long as you can't touch the table though.
Okay.
I mean, we're not that strict, you know.
All right.
If you slightly skim the table, I'm sure we'll let you
So
off.
Tom did 3.
Tom did 3, but like I say, he started on 1 because he just wanted to get 1.
I want to start on 2.
Okay, start with 2.
Oh, where? There?
Yeah. Hey, I'll give it.
Got
We're in
2.
there. 2. Well done. Now,
Surprised.
you're going to go for 3 now.
I am. I
Right,
just want
okay.
to be the same as Tom.
Yeah. I
Again,
want you to beat Tom.
a lack of ambition here.
No, that's nice.
Oh.
I thought
Oh.
I'm going to hit me in the face.
Yes. I might stick to 2. Right, you went little and not high.
Okay. Oh, look,
I have
hey,
2?
you got 2. Yeah, you got
That's
2.
fine. I'm happy
2.
with that.
Currently, Tom is top still. Granny's Football Store's top with 3.
I'm so happy with
And we've
that.
got Retribe, Lauren from Retribe on 2.
Neither me or Tom going for the big numbers.
Just to end with, what are the plans for Retribe moving forward? Are you looking to scale up? You know, I know you're happy where Steamworks is, but you know,
Yeah.
what does the future of Retribe Clothing look like?
It's a bit uncertain at the minute. I've got quite a big thing happening for me this year. I'm expecting twins.
Wow.
And I did tell you because I wanted that shock from your face.
Wow.
Yeah, as if my life's not more chaotic
Yeah.
enough. At Christmas we found out we're having a surprise.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations.
It's terrifying. So, as you can imagine, full-time job, 2 kids, actual sideline job that I really care about as well. Something's going to have to give when the twins come. So, we're not sure, is my plan. I want Retribe to be this movement where people can see manufacturing from waste on a scale. I don't know if I'm the person to do that, and that's a really hard thing to come around to think if I am or not. I'm not rich. I'm not sure if you thought I was. I'm not loaded. So I can't really put loads of money into Retribe anymore. And although I enjoy what I do as Retribe now, it's very creative. I spend, like, my spare time is spent at Retribe. And I get to do lovely stuff, and I do it with my family, and I do it with my husband, and I've got an amazing seamstress, Sandra, who does all the sewing, and we work really well as a little small team, and it's lovely and flexible because it works around my life. I feel like that's doing it a bit injustice, and I feel like Retribe should be this movement where we've got factories in UK using waste to make products that we use every day, because I feel like I've shown people how it can be done. And a lot of my...
Like I'm trying to take that home, doesn't it?
So I feel like, and I know it can be done. And if I can show people that it can be done, and I've only been in the industry 18 years, and I've not had 50 grand put behind it and things like that. So what, with somebody with quite a lot more experience, quite a bit more money...
What is, from a money point of view, how come you need the more money?
To grow and employ more.
Just for basically employees, basically, right?
It's very labour intensive, this work. So if I don't cut, if Sandra doesn't sew, if I don't do all social media, if I don't collect the tents, if I don't clean the tents, it's not a job that you can just sit and do from home in a couple of hours. It's hard work. I mean, it's good work. You really see that you're getting through material and you make something amazing at the end of it. But that whole industry we're losing in UK for sewing and manufacturing. But actually, if we had this niche in the UK where we can start manufacturing from the waste that we've got, stop things being sent abroad on beaches and landfill that we're going to have, and start reusing and repurposing, but en masse, I really want Retribe to sort of lead that. So I'm sort of thinking, am I the person to do that at the minute? Especially with this new chaotic thing that's coming. And I'm not really sure answer to it. But I'm going to do everything I can to keep this momentum going and to keep reducing what goes to landfill until something like that happens.
Well,
It's a plan.
The products are brilliant.
Thank you.
You know, it's not as if you're doing a sustainable thing and the product's a bit like,
Well, that's the
they
problem.
look
I
great
don't ever want that. It needs to be usable,
Yeah.
affordable.
and look good.
Yeah.
And they tick all them boxes.
Yeah,
don't
that's
they?
what it needs to be.
You should be very proud.
Thank you. And I am.
Any investors listening or watching, this is the thing you need to get into. Retribe.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And I'm obviously going to be picky if that does come up because these people need to have all my values in it. UK living wage, which is a difficult thing to ask for at the minute, but living wage, reducing waste, reducing landfill, using every bit of product. I've got some specifications of things. So this might never happen because it might just be me who's mad enough to do it. But we'll just come to that. So over the next 6 months, I am, yes. I've got, if it's still with me, I will have to take a bit of a hiatus. But yeah, it won't be stopping anytime soon.
Good.
My dream is that it'll get bigger, but it might not be me who's leading it.
Right, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So where can people find you
So we're online.
for products and for to see all these viral videos that you've done?
We're on Instagram, Retribe_Clothing. And we're on Retribe.co.uk to buy anything. Everything's made to order, so give us a few weeks for Sandra to make it all up. And that's how we keep our stock levels down and keep being sustainable in that way as well, so we don't keep huge stocks. And everything looks a bit different. Deal with it. It's good. It's unique.
It is unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. Normally end with some, just want to quickly say, do you, for the twins, would you like a boy and a girl or the same sex?
So,
I think I want twins in a way.
do you?
Yeah, when me and my fiance finally have kids, I want them to be,
Wow.
I want boy and girl. I think it'd be the cutest thing ever.
Well, I've already got 2 boys. I think this is probably another 2 boys.
4 boys.
I think I am
5
about
including
five. I don't really mind what I get. It's definitely, they're identical twins though, apparently. This spontaneous thing has happened where they share DNA, so they'll either be 2 girls or 2 boys.
Wow, okay.
And I have no preference as long as they're healthy.
True, very true. So the actual question I do always end with is, what you got for your tea?
Actually, I've got an iced tea. And obviously, because I'm pregnant, I've not fancied anything except salt and vinegar crisps and knickknacks. This has been my diet.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my alcohol-free beer. This has been nice,
It's a
actually.
lovely one, yeah.
So for my tea tonight, I'm actually going to have something with flavour. So I'm going to do lamb koftas.
Hey, that's weird. My girlfriend...
You have it there?
Not lamb kebab. Well, she saw this thing on TikTok about these lamb kebab things.
Yes, that's what I've seen. Oh, God.
Was it the same
we're
video?
a product of TikTok,
I
aren't we?
said to her last night, she was like, what you did? She said, don't go to the pub tomorrow night. I said, why? She went, I've got a surprise. I'm making you a really nice tea.
I'm really gearing myself up to a tasty dinner.
Yeah. Lamb koftas sounds
Yeah.
good.
It might just
Sauce,
be
salad, just...
toast, though.
Oh, Friday night tea.
I hope so. Yeah, the kids are going to have a frozen pizza and then go to bed early. It's been a long week.
So thank you so much for coming on, Lauren.
No, thank you for
It's been
having
a pleasure.
me.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And I knew you would be when Tom recommended you.
I love people calling me interesting.
Yeah, well, you are. You're bubbly, interesting, northern.
Northern.
Doing a cool
Yeah,
thing.
thank you.
So perfect for pub chats. So thank you.
No problem. Thanks very much.
So thank you for joining us for this week's Pub Chats. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with another guest, talking all things Sheffield and business. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to our Spotify and YouTube where you can subscribe and all that malarkey. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you all next time.